Well, the big surprise from the budget is that it got a tick of approval from the Chamber of Commerce and Industry, which means it passed the boardroom test, but it didn't pass the pub test, given that most ordinary Australians will be forced to sacrifice schooners and sherries to pay for useless solar and batteries. So much for Labor being the party of the people. Even Stan Grant at the ABC zoomed in on the budget's inequity, saying the house-owning, superannuated rich will do fine, but, quote, the poor will have to pay more to keep the lights on, to buy shoes for the kids, to put fuel in the car and keep the fridge stocked. Put fuel in the car? Do try to keep up, Stan. The poor will have to pay more to charge the car using extortionate renewables. Petrol will be a nostalgic memory. Grant also neglects to mention that the poor could probably have benefited more from the lazy extra $84 million earmarked for his broadcaster, the ABC. This is a standard budget tactic to keep the national broadcaster's woke commentators on side. Did it work? Was the budget woke enough? Well, yes and no. One headline on the ABC website screamed, quote, environmental advocates say the budget hasn't gone far enough on climate change. Then again, Laura Tingle went along with the line that the budget helps explain the catastrophic cost of climate change. No, not the cost of families being forced to pay for renewables. Rather, it's the increasing cost that climate change is already imposing on the budget and the economy. Quote, it covers the costs associated with responding to extreme weather events which stretch well beyond disaster payment support to their impact on economic activity, on infrastructure and on health, social and community impacts. In other words, exaggerate the cost of current weather patterns and suddenly the benefits of future man-made weather patterns become cheaper. Hey presto, climate policies are better. The logic is impeccable. It's like leaving your front door open so you don't have to replace it when burglars break it down to steal your TV. The other big concern for ABC wokesters is, of course, children, or the need for women not to have their careers unfairly restrained by them. ABC Radio National's Patricia Karvelas excitedly predicted that the budget heralded an exciting new era in women's policies. Quote, the change is in its infancy, but if executed as promised, it has the potential to change the old paradigm that women's policies are all about children and family. The change is in its infancy? Is that a Freudian slip? And is Karvelas overlooking the fact that children and family are the primary goal for the majority of women? She goes on to warn, though, that women like her still struggle to reach the top in the male-dominated world. Quote, it's a big task to achieve genuine equality, and it will take a concentrated effort and commitment to ensuring that policies no longer further entrench sexism and start creating a level playing field. Well, she can start creating a level playing field by advocating for more female plumbers, sewage workers and garbage collectors.